Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to replace these two existing fluorescent tube lights that used to be here in this kitchen. And somewhere down the center, as you can see the marking there, we're going to install a more modern type of lighting, even though we have no electrical right there. So we're going to show you how it's all going to be done. But the first thing you want to do is go to your breaker and turn off the electrical. That's very important, safety first. And then what you want to do is, if you look at these, it's kind of like an alcove right here, is you want to find the corners and kind of draw a line this way and then another line this way, and then you just find the center. It doesn't have to be like dead on there, but that's close enough. You could also measure from here to here, and then the same thing from here to there, and kind of find the middle and get it done that way. Always use a pencil, because you can always either erase it with an eraser or just get some ceiling paint, which we're going to use here anyway, because we're going to cover these holes up later. We're going to patch them up. There's going to be some holes here, of course, and we're going to also cover those up, and then we're going to just use some ceiling paint, make everything look nice. But we're going to put a new light there. I already took this one down. Power's off. You see the wires dangling there. I'm going to do the same thing over there. And then we're going to go ahead and get to work so we can have a more modern type of lighting there. All right, so I'm at a different angle now, but as you can see, that light's already out of there, and this one's already out of there. This is the first one we took out. So the reason why you see two sets of Romex wires sticking out of there is one of them is kind of piggybacking off of the wire from the breaker and going all the way over here. Obviously, since we're going to put the light in the center, we only need the one that's coming from the breaker. That's it. If it's long enough to reach there. So we're going to see how much we can pull it out. We're also going to test it. We're going to put a tester on it just to make sure we got the proper wire. And we'll show you that in just a bit. All right. To make sure which is the cable, the lead cable coming from the breaker panel, we're going to use one of these testers. And as I just mentioned, one of these is actually tying into the main one, and then over in the attic area coming down to here. So we just want to ensure that that's the case. So we're going to use our tester. We just press the power button, and as you can see, it's not beeping. And then over here, remember we got two on this side, so over here we're going to do the same here, no beeping. And over here, you see that? So this is the cable that's coming from the breaker. You see that? So this is the one we're going to be using to feed to our new light fixture. This one we can just get rid of it. It's just basically serving as a bridge that goes up in here and then over here. Okay, we're at the kitchen counter of this brief kitchen lighting remodel. We're going to show you what we're going to be using. So this junction box is one used for retrofit or remodels. So we're going to make a hole where this is going to go up into the drywall. And once it's up there, as these screws start being turned, all three of these, it'll turn this flap. It's not only going to turn it, but it's going, as the screw is being driven, this flap's going to come down. It'll basically bite the drywall to hold this into place. So once that's in there, we'll be able to run our wire through the back here, and it'll come out through the front, and that's how we're going to do our lighting install. Now this guy here is what's going to help us make the hole. So this is a 4-inch piece, so we're basically going to adjust this. This is adjustable. These two blades are adjustable, so we adjust it to 4 inches. You see the little arrows on each side. See those arrows, and they're right on the number 4. You might see that there. Right on the number 4, and then right there, right here, also on the number 4. So that's going to go in here, and this little bowl is going to catch all the dust. So we're not going to mess up the kitchen floor of the customer. So with this being done, all the dust and all the drywall dust and maybe insulation coming down from the attic is going to fall in there, and you make less of a mess. Now that we already showed you the tools we're going to be using to make that hole and to make the install possible, please remember this, remember this, remember this. Turn off your breaker again for these wires, which we already did. You can always use your tester just to make sure there's no power on it. This wire is eventually going to be tucked in, and so would be this, and so this one would be tucked in also. But remember, the one on our right here is the one that's providing power. That one's going to be fed through the attic and into that opening where we're going to put our lamp accessory. So there you have it, folks. The hole's already been made. As you can see, it's nice, clean hole. And here you can see that we did not get any dust anywhere in this kitchen. So your customer will thank you for this. And you can see the drywall pieces there. You can see our drill there. So we're going to go outside, take this out, but there's absolutely no dust anywhere. Everything just fell right into this receptacle. So I will post a link where you can get this. This is like totally awesome if you're doing a new fixture in a new location where you don't have a hole there already. All right, so as you can see, this is where the light was, where we had the two wires. So we fished the wire that way. Actually, with your arm, after the hole was made, you can reach out, grab it, pull it through, and then just put your junction box for retrofit that we showed you before. You got the wires coming out, and now it's just a question of having drywall patch work done here and here. No big deal. And then just installing the light. So let's go ahead and install the light. As you can see now, we got our wiring done. We got our black to black, our white to white, and our bare wire from the lamp to your bare copper. This is going to be your ground. As you can see, we also sealed with a sealant around the actual junction box. This is just to prevent drafts, to prevent bugs from coming in. You always want to have a professional install as much as possible. So this is not going to be seen, it's going to be covered, but still you want to keep bugs or drafts from coming in, and that's always going to be a better install for you. Also, what you want to do, now you can see the lights already in there. What you want to do, anytime you have holes to fill and you're not going to have them done that day, whether you're not a drywaller or someone's going to come the next day, is have the common courtesy to cover them up. Again, for draft reasons or bugs, you just want to make sure you cover them up. Use tape until the drywall person that's going to do the drywall job takes care of all that. So as you can see, the light's already in there, and these are LEDs. They are much more energy efficient than using even the compact fluorescents that were there. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it had 4 tubes, 2 here and 2 there, and they were 100 watts each side. So that's 200 watts of power. Compared to the light we just installed, it's only using 27 watts. So huge difference. Huge difference. You're going to see savings there as well. Actually, let me take a look here. So this is the other side of the box. Its estimated energy cost is $3.28 per year. And if you see that Energy Star symbol on anything you buy, whether it's lighting, fans, dishwasher, washing machine, anywhere you see that Energy Star logo, whatever it is that you're buying is going to use a lot less electricity. So it'll save you money on your energy bills. And this light also allows you, the user, to adjust how you want to use it as far as warm light, soft, neutral, white, bright white, or daylight. And it also lasts forever. So if you're buying this, chances are you will never have to buy another one in your life. So let's go ahead and see the final install once we have the cover on there. Alrighty, so there it is. Light's already on. It's very bright. It's very bright. So as you can see, it's not a difficult thing to do. Even if you don't have a junction box behind it, we already showed you how it's done. It's not hard. Don't be afraid of doing it. If you are weary about electrical, just hire an electrician. But if you want to do the rest yourself, it's not a big deal. A few days later, as you can see, the drywall's already been done. Ceiling paint's already been applied. And that's how you can install a kitchen light even though you don't have a junction box connection. We just showed you today how you can do it. So please subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. We will list in the description all the tools that we use here, including, remember, the one that helped us make the hole and had the catch so you don't have the dust coming down. So check that out as well, and please subscribe. We'll see you next time.